Assalamualaikum and hello. My name is Amir, and today I'll go through with you guys the DSR calculator that FAR Capital has created. Welcome everyone to the FAR Capital family. Hopefully we can invest together, invest better for a better financial future. So for those who are not very familiar, what is DSR? DSR is debt service ratio. So basically it compares your income, the level of income that you have with the level of debt that you have. So the higher DSR percentage that you have means that you have a very high debt or commitment in comparison with your income. So the target here is for us to get as low as possible the DSR percentage so that bank will feel less risky for them to lend you money. So that's DSR. A good percentage is around less than 50%. That shows that your commitment is actually only half or less than whatever your income is. So this template is divided into 5 different tabs. The first tab is the summary tab. And I would like to highlight here that please, you don't need to fill in everything. You just need to fill in the areas which are yellow. So you can see this is yellow, this is white. The white areas are all formulas and it's already being locked. So if you try to change the white areas, you can't because it's password protected already. Let's go through. So the summary page is really simple. It's just basically your name, age, and occupation for you and your spouse. If you're not married yet, but you have an investment partner, please put your investment partner's details as well. And I would like to highlight here that this is only for one person's DSR calculation. So meaning that this is only for you. If you want to invest with your wife or use your wife's name or a joint loan, so you will need to do this one plus another DSR calculator, the same one, but for your wife. So instead of one template, you are filling in 2 templates. One for you and one is for your wife or husband or your investment partner. Okay. So let's quickly fill in the first one. Just going to show you examples. Let's put in my name here. Then age 32, real age, not real age, don't know. Occupation, economics sounds cool. Just an example here, guys. Economist, sorry. Economist. Not married yet, so you can put your investment partner if you want. I'm just gonna put city, age, maybe 25. Put occupation as teacher. Teacher is kind of cute and kind. Okay, you don't need to worry about the summary. That's going to be the last part later on. Once you're done filling in these 2 information, then you quickly go through the second tab, which is the income tab. Again, just fill in the areas which are yellow. Net salary, so this is after deduction of EPF, SOCSO. So it's not your gross, but it's your net, gaji bersih. So I'm just going to put example here, around 8,000 maybe. Fixed allowance, some companies give you fixed allowance every single month. Most of it, we will require this fixed allowance to be stated in the salary in the payment slip. So if you have fixed allowance, you put it in there. If you don't have, you can just leave it blank. For example purpose, I might just want to put maybe 500. Latest bonus, the next one is the bonus that you recently received. Now, this bonus, you need to put in the whole amount, basically the total amount of bonus that you've received recently. So say you received recently, the company may be doing quite well, maybe 20,000. Okay, if there's none, it's totally fine, just leave it blank, yeah? But just want to highlight that this is the total amount. You don't need to divide it with anything, with 12 per month or anything, just the total lump sum amount. So automatically here, income, you can see active income. We already auto-calculate. We have 2 more categories of income, passive and hustle income. Passive is basically things like properties and dividends, and hustle, basically your side income, Grab or anything like that. Let's move on to passive income. The first one is property rentals. If you can see, it's not yellow, it's white. That means that you don't, just leave it blank. Auto calculate. Second one is dividend, tabung haji or ASB. So this is the dividend for the whole year, but you need to divide it by 12 because we want to know by month. So if, for example, your dividend for ASB is around 5,000 ringgit, then you divide it by 12, so you get around 400 plus. I'm just gonna put 400 ringgit here, right? So it's per month. Moving on, we have hustle income. This is your side income. Gig economy here means that if you are a social media content expert, if you are a social media marketer, so all those jobs are currently popping out everywhere actually, and it's a very good side income if you know how. So for this information, you need to put the total latest for 6 months. So you add on your salary or the income that you've been getting. You add on month 1 until month 6, the latest one that you have, and then you just add in here. So I'm just going to put maybe you receive 2,000. No, maybe you receive a bit more, say 4,000. Okay, good side income. Overtime, if your company gives any overtime, if not, I can leave it blank. Lastly, commission. This is mainly for like agents. If you are like selling insurance, co-way or real estate agent, you can put it your commission here lah. Let's put some example. Maybe you've been selling certain things, maybe 500. Okay. So over here, immediately you can see two types of income. The first one is conservative, second one is aggressive. Conservative is for banks which has a higher risk tolerance. So that means that the criteria is a little bit tight. And what they focus on out of these three is your active income. For banks who are more aggressive and they are willing to take more risk for you, or usually their calculation, they do count active income, but they have a higher percentage in terms of the hustle and passive income. So the reason why some banks are not really taking passive and hustle income in a very high percentage is because of stability. You can see active income is very, very stable. Passive can be stable, but some banks they want to reduce their risk, and hustle income for some banks, they feel like it's not very stable. You might get fired, you might be affected by the market. So those are the two definitions of conservative and aggressive monthly income. So done, second tab already. Let's move on to the third tab, property details. Again, yellow area only. You don't need to fill up the rest. First, you can see here property details, property name. So I've already put here an example of Seville Melawati. Let's just use that as an example. The second line here is for you to add in the description, size and area. Let's just put 100 square feet and in Taman Melati. Year purchase, this is quite straightforward, yeah, guys. So just guiding you through every step here. Purchase price, let's just put example, 500,000. Oh, 5 million, no, 500. Okay. Down payment, maybe 10%. Right, and then we have legal fees, maybe 25,000. Now, these numbers you guys really need to check back. You need to open back all your documentations for your property if you have any. Number of borrowers means that whether you are buying the property alone or are you combining that purchase with someone else. So if you are alone, you can just maintain one because number of borrowers is just you, one. If you're combining with someone else, then maybe it's two. If sometimes we do have cases where there's three or more in the property loan, so you put the numbers accordingly. Yeah? For this, I just want to put maybe two. Say I'm just going to give example. Maybe I'm partnering with someone, right? And then borrower's name, Amir, and say city just now. Okay. Next one is original loan approved. This one you can have access to this number by opening your CTOS account. CTOS statement. So in there, it tells you what's the original loan approved and then what's the loan balance as well. Both information and data are required to fill in this Excel form. So original loan approved, say 450. Loan balance, say 400,000. Okay. And you realize suddenly loan balance per person becomes 200,000 from 400,000. The reason is because remember you have two borrowers, so now they divide it by two. If one, then the number will maintain the same. Number of tenure, 35. If you have longer, put your numbers accordingly. Interest rate, you need to check back your agreement with the bank. How much is it? I'm just going to put 4.3% here. Monthly installment, 2001. Okay, same here, monthly installment per person because it's JV rather than you going in alone. Next, monthly rental. If you're renting this one out, put the total monthly rental. Bear in mind that you would require a stamp tenancy agreement as well as bank statement to prove that the money has been going in, that exact amount that you're saying. But for those who are not very familiar with this, it's okay. We are here to guide you in terms of all this. Yeah. So for if you have rented out your properties, just put how much your rental has been. So over here, I'm just going to put example, maybe 2,000. Next one, yellow, current market price. You can open up mudah.my or Property Guru just to see what's the current market price over there. Alternatively, if you want to be very specific in terms of the numbers, you can also open Bricks, BRICKZ, Bricks. And Bricks has the real transaction number of the data over here. But if you want just an estimation, I think Muda should do fine. So let's put 550,000. And then it will automatically count your equity. House name, name and city. Now I just want to highlight that there's a difference between house name and borrower's name. House name, you need to open back the SMP or SPA. So it will state that how many names, whether it's you alone or you are getting other people to have it part of you as well. Borrower's name is between you and the bank. So this is the bank loan name. Whose loan is it under? So it can be different, it can be the same with the house name. Yeah? So just double check. So for borrower's name, you usually open back the documentation, your agreement letter with you and the bank. For house name, you open your SMP or SPA title. Next, number of months you already paid. So in this example, I bought it in 2015, so now 2020, so that's around 60 months. Maintenance fee, just put 250. Renovation, if you have invested in renovation costs, I'm just going to put here 10,000. If you have one property, you just put that. But you have multiple properties, you just repeat the same process on the right side. So you have many properties here that you can put in. And ultimately, you can see down here is your net worth or your current equity, your total loan and installment. You can also see here we calculate your cash flow. And lastly, cash on cash return. Cash on cash return means like for the capital, amount of capital that you've put in, the income that you're generating, how much percentage is that? So it calculates the percentage of income against the total capital that you've put in. So that's it for the third tab. Third tab done. Let's move on to the fourth tab, which is cash and cash equivalent. The first one is cash from all your bank account. This is not ASB. This is just purely on your bank lah. So the bank that you put your salary and other banks that you use. Maybe say 4,000 you have here. If you don't have any, just leave it blank. EPF account 1. Now you check back your EPF statement. I'm going to put 100,000 for example. And then EPF account 2, example 30,000. ASB. Now this is not the ASB loan, but the ASB cash that you have. So again, the total sum of ASB cash you have, yeah, the liquid. So just put here 30,000, just example. Tabung haji, if you have any, you can put it in there as well. Just maybe 5,000. Unit trust, if you have any, but you have to bear in mind that the amount that you put needs to exclude the EPF account 1 investment. So excluding the EPF account 1, because EPF account 1 we already calculated here. So we don't want double counting there. And lastly, we have cash value of insurance savings. Now, this one you need to check with your insurance provider in terms of what kind of package are you having for the insurance. Some insurance packages, they actually provide cash value, a certain percentage based on the insurance premium that you're paying every single month. So just check on that. If you have cash value on this insurance saving, you put it in. If not, you can just leave it blank. It's fine. Yeah. So automatically we know your immediate cash position, which are the money that you can use immediately, and also the medium term cash position. Now, medium term takes into consideration like EPF account and also cash value on the insurance saving lah. It means that this money is available, but you can't really take it immediately. So it's medium term, not short term. So pretty simple for the fourth one, right? So we're done for the fourth tab. Let's move on to the last step, the fifth tab. This is the commitment that we're having. So for those who loves credit cards, we have put 6 credit cards here. You can put the total outstanding amount. This is total loan balance. So example, if you have, say 5,000, okay. And realize here that the monthly installment and the percentage is 250. That means your commitment is the minimum payment, which is 5% out of the total balance. You put here the total loan approved, maybe the credit card, say 2016. Okay. So all of this is based on 5% repayment. If you have multiple credit cards, you put the outstanding balance all over here. Next, we have personal loan. Say if you, again, this is total outstanding balance. You do not put your approved amount. So for example, you have a personal loan and the approved original amount is 100,000. But as time goes by, you've been paying and it has been a couple of years and now the loan balance is around 80,000. So you don't put, instead of putting 100,000, you put 80,000 here. And then you put your how much you pay monthly. And then you put the year that the loan was approved. Okay, if you have multiple personal loans, you just put all the loans over here with the same process. Rahnu pajak gadai, so this is when you have gold, you go to pajak gadai and you just put it there, you pawn your assets lah. And they will give you a loan based on this, based on the pajak gadai. So what you put here, the data is the loan balance for that, and then same thing, monthly installment and the year approved. PT, PTN, put the balance, how much balance left, the outstanding. So I'll just maybe put example here, 30,000 left, maybe you're paying 300 per month. 2,000. See, you can't edit anything because it's already password protected. So you're quite safe in terms of that. That's quite good. Maybe 2010. Next, Angkasa loan. For those who have Angkasa loan, it's similar with personal loan. Just put here your outstanding and your monthly installment, as well as the year that the loan was approved. Overdraft, some people might have it. This is the calculation will be similar with the credit card just now. We will take 5% as the commitment and not the total outstanding amount. So if your total outstanding is 1,000, we will take 50 ringgit lah as the outstanding amount. Next is ASB loan. If you have any, you can put the amount here. What's the outstanding ASB loan, monthly commitment, how much, and what's the year approved. And lastly, we have the car loan. Say we put here, for example, again, yeah, it's outstanding and it's not the balance. It's the outstanding, it's not the initial amount that was approved. So car loan, say you have outstanding, say you initially approved 100,000 and you've been paying for so damn long, say 50,000 left, and that you've been paying maybe 800 ringgit per month, so 15 maybe. Okay. You have multiple cars, just repeat the same process. So those are the information required. And then you can see down here, we automatically calculate for you the property commitments that you have. And asset-based lending, so whatever lending you have based on assets, so houses, cars, so whatever happened, they have asset to secure those lending. Unsecured assets like personal loan, credit card loan, whereby there's no collateral at all involved. Lastly, we have monthly total commitment here. Automatic click, don't need to worry about that. Once you've done with all these tabs, you need to go back to the first step, the summary, and you will see everything will be automatically calculated for you. Everything is done already. Let's quickly go through. The first one, you have liquid cash position. That means that if you need money now money, this can be used. You have 39,000 ringgit. EPF account 2, we want to unlock this money if you buy property. Is I really recommend for people to unlock this money, because we can get a way better cash, because you get rental and capital appreciation at the same time. Next, you can see your income as well, divided into 3: active, passive, and hustle, the total. And then the total monthly income based on the calculation, conservative calculation and the aggressive calculation. You have your monthly commitment. And lastly is the most important thing, what we want to know is your DSR, your debt service ratio. So it's 29% for the conservative, and aggressive is 28%. So it's quite similar over here. So that's it, guys. What we want to know over here, say the result here is like around 30% conclusion. So DSR over here, for this example, it means that it's quite healthy. Banks would love to do business with you since your DSR is healthy, but we also would need to understand what's your maximum loan value. So that's all from me. Thank you very much.